Welcome, Mehron. So today's going to be the first video in my new series, which is Heroes. I decided to do Heroes because everybody was asking me to do Marvel characters and DC characters and all sorts of things, so I thought it would be really fun to just do Heroes, because then I could do Marvel, I could do DC, I could do video game characters. I mean, the world is my oyster. So anyways, I decided to start with Thanos from Infinity Wars, and I'm not really sure where I'm going with this, so let's just get started. So the first thing I'm doing is taking my white eyeliner pencil and mapping out his face. He has a really big face, so I'm trying to use my face the best I can. I'm going to be using my whole bottom lip and chin area to try to make his giant chin, and then I'm putting the nose up by my eyeballs. It's going to be interesting, but this is what's happening. So the first thing I'm doing is taking this light purple lavender color. It is from the Mehron pastel palette, and I'm going to be taking that and putting it in the inside portion of my face where his face, his skin is, because he has purple skin. Purple's always a little bit streaky, a little bit patchy, so you're going to have to go over it a few times to get a nice opaque clean color. Once I have that all set up, I'm going to go back into that same Mehron palette. I'm getting the darker purplish color, and I'm going to be putting that on the edges and blending it in. This is going to start the shadowing, but I'm going to deepen it up later with eyeshadows. And I'm going to also be making sure to curve that color in towards the mouthpiece that I have left clear. This is going to act as his chin, or not his chin, it's going to act as his cheeks, so I just want to start the shadowing for that as well. Next, I'm actually going to be taking my BH Cosmetics Bring Me Back to Brazil palette, and I'm taking the darker purple mainly and a little bit of the other purple, and I'm going to be using that to start deepening up the shadows, going over the same spots and blending it out. As you can see, it just makes the colors pop more and makes the shadow look even more intense. Once I have that done, I'm actually going to take that same darker purple eyeshadow and I'm going to start shadowing around the nose. The nose is actually sitting on top of my nose, so I'm going to have to keep building it up as I go. This is just the first step. And I'm going to be filling in the nostrils intensely and kind of start adding wrinkles onto the nose as well, because he has a very wrinkly nose. Once I have that set, I'm going to actually be taking the same eyeshadow and actually start the wrinkle that's going from the nose down to the mouth area. Again, I'll be deepening it up later, but that's just what I'm doing right now. I'm also taking that same purple color and dragging it underneath my eye, as well as taking it and adding the lines underneath the lips, or underneath his lips, which is going to go all the way down onto the chin. And I'm also going to add the wrinkles that go from the top lip of his and goes all the way up to the cheeks. He has a very wrinkly face. Next, I decided to take the black in this palette, and I'm going to be starting to deepen up all the shadows I just did, starting with the nose. Just kind of shadowing around the same things and deepening it up, but just not blending the color all the way out like I did with the purple. This way there's just a gradient look. Also taking it down towards the mouth and starting the shadows around that, which is kind of hard to do when you don't have the mouth filled in, because I just hope that I have the mouth set up the way that I want it to be. I guess we'll find out. Next, I'm taking this black body paint. This is actually from Wolf Effects, and I'm going to use it to start adding some detailed lines around the face, mostly around the nose, just to make it look more realistic. And it's a very light, tiny line, and I'm also going to be dragging it around the edges of the face itself, because that's a mask that's sitting on top of the rest of his face. I'm also going to be taking some of that black and adding it onto my eyes to make an eyelid and add a little bit of wrinkles in the corner of my eye as well. Next, I'm going to take a white to highlight. The white, if you dab it out, will actually kind of make a light purple color, which will make it look more realistic. So I'm going to be using that on top of all the wrinkles around the nose and on the nose, as well as adding a little bit on the cheek, and also making sure there's some on the wrinkles that are around the mouth as well. And because I had a white body paint out already, which I don't know if I said, but that's also Wolf Effects, I'm going to be adding some teeth into the mouth part finally. And I'm making the top teeth really big and prominent and act like they're all showing the whole thing. And then I'm going to be filling in the bottom teeth, but all you can see is the top of the bottom teeth. Once I have it set up the way I feel it looks good, I'm actually going to take some more of that black and add lines in between each of the teeth and kind of darken it up a little bit, as well as adding lines all the way across the bottom of the mouth. And then taking this darker pinkish color, also from that same Mehron palette, I'm going to be filling in the gum section, which is only on the top portion of the teeth. You can only see the gums on the top. And then once that's set up, I'm going to take some more of that black eyeshadow and just start deepening up some shadows around the mouth. I'm also going to be dragging some of it on the teeth and in between the teeth to make it look like they are sitting on top of each other and around each other. And then I'm also going to be adding a lot of that black on the corners of the teeth to make it look like the teeth are going back. And now taking my very, very, very messy and dirty big Mehron palette, I'm taking this orangey yellow color, and I'm going to be dragging that yellow across and around the whole outside perimeter, because he has a line going around the whole face area. And then once that's done, I'm actually making sure to fill in the rest of the yellows, and I'm actually bringing the color into my hair. This way it makes my head look bigger. I would use a bald cap if I had a bald cap. I ordered one. It'll be here for some more of the heroes, but for this one, I just used my hair. And I'm going to be filling in any sections that are yellow. I'm using a reference photo so that it's easy for me to tell what I'm doing, so I recommend doing that. But once I have all the yellow filled in, I'm actually going to go into some blue from that same palette. And I'm going to fill in the rest of the face except for the ears. And just kind of again drag it into the hair and, you know, same deal. And then I'm going to be filling in my ears with the yellow. Once I have that done, I'm taking these darker blue colors here at the bottom and I'm going to start shadowing around all of the blue. It's going to add some depth and dimension because the blue is sitting underneath the yellow. Once I have that set up, I'm taking these yellowish brownish colors here to add it into the yellow portions to add some more detail in lines because this part has like gold pieces sticking out. So there's like a little nose piece, like right where the nose is, there's like a little piece right there that I added a line to. And then that top section on the forehead, it's almost like a triangle shape. So I added that shape in and then shadowed out towards the lines going outwards. And I also dipped into a little bit of black to deepen up these colors as I felt like I needed it, and then I added some detailed shadows here and there just to add more character into those pieces, and so on and so forth. Then I grabbed some white body paint again and I added some added some highlights around the little headpiece. And then I grabbed some black body paint and just lightly outlined it to kind of match with the face because I lightly outlined that as well. I'm taking the NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in Black Bean and I'm going to be lining my waterline. And then I'm taking some more of that black body paint and kind of just blocking out the very bottom of my chin. I didn't want to block it out too much because my face is supposed to be way bigger than it already is. But I just needed to square off my chin because I have a pretty pointy chin, so I'm just trying to square it off a little bit more. After that's done, I'm taking a white eyeliner pencil and I'm just mapping out the clothes that he has. And then I'm taking blue and filling in the neck area and also some bottom parts of my arms that you can barely see. And then once I have that done, I'm taking that yellow again and I'm filling in the rest of the body. And then I'm actually going to take a very light brown colored body paint to start the shadowing inside the suit to make his like pecs that you can kind of see in yellow and then like separate the pieces of the suit. And then once I have that done, I'm actually going to be going into some black eyeshadow and black body paint, kind of going in between the two to add some shadowing and some detailing into the suit, which is, you know, pretty simple. It's not that detailed, I guess you could say. And then I'm grabbing some white body paint and adding some shine to that part of the armor as well. And then I'm going to grab some more of the black eyeshadow and just deepen up any more shadows that I feel necessary. And that is it. Sorry if my tutorial was a little bit scatterbrained sounding. I actually just woke up and this is the only time I can do it, so I'm like bleh. So my voice is kind of more hoarse and more raspy than it already is. But I hope you guys don't mind. And I hope you enjoyed. I had a lot of fun doing this one. I actually really like it. It is very creepy looking, but it is one of my favorites that I've done in a long time. So yeah. Let me know what you think and let me know what other superheroes you want to do. I already have one video planned that's not a stereotypical superhero that most of you will probably think of, but I'm very excited to post it, and it's actually not a body paint. It's going to be something else. Anyways, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Give me any other ideas on art-related projects, and I shall see you guys next time. Bye!